Hundreds of satanic ritual abuse cases are reported to police every year.
At the beginning of our newscast, we introduced you to Teal Swan, a young girl who grew up in Idaho and says she escaped the abuse. On Your Side's Chris Oswalt is back now with the rest of her story.
Donna Michelle Teal Swan says she endured 13 years of abuse in the wilderness of Idaho. It wasn't until a ritual deep in the woods that she said she knew she had to run.
Unless you trip across something like that, you're not going to know this stuff exists.
Teal Swan knows her story is hard to believe. Do you ever doubt that maybe this is just some sort of nightmare that you had and you've just relived it, or do you ever doubt that this happened to you?
No.
Never?
No.
At age 19, during what Teal calls a ritual in eastern Idaho, she decided it was time to run. She left Idaho and headed back south to Utah to a friend she knew she could trust.
1 day became 2 days, 2 days became 3 days, 3 days became 4 days. And then it was like, after a while, I really had that full urge of like, I don't want to go back. And so it started turning into fear of going back, and then I just hid, basically, with him.
From there, things started to turn around, but sharing her stories was still hard.
It's because you've been traumatized and you have no option. I mean, it's too difficult to talk to somebody who's been in a space of freedom. You can't really explain to them what it's like to mentally be in the situation where you would do anything you were told to do because you don't have another option.
Over time, Teal overcame that problem. She's now dedicated her life to sharing her experience and hopefully helping others who may be going through the same thing.
One of the major purposes is for me to be like an example for people who, especially women, who are going through these types of really painful things, to know that, you know what, this old paradigm of the fact that you're just damaged goods for the rest of your life is not true.
Today, Teal no longer lives in Idaho and refuses to step foot in the state. She spends much of her time talking and providing assistance to those who claim to have been a part of a cult. Her next event is November 16th. She has a website and a blog where she shares her experiences. We'll have a link to that on our website in just a few moments, IdahoOnYourSide.com. Live in the studio, Chris Oswalt, today 6 on Your Side.
And if you have any questions or comments on the story, we always want to hear from you. You can ask them on our Facebook page, Idaho on Your Side.